So I'm not so sure from that angle. Well, you've seen the outcome. Howard Webb saw it, as maybe we did on the replay, with a match that stood in its own right when the draw came out, the plum tie. And this extra ingredient with the latest news out of Liverpool over the last 24 hours. Carrick, here's young Raphael, who's got the right-back slot really for himself now at Manchester United. Early ball forward from Fletcher, nicely taken down by Berbatov. Down he goes. Daniel Agger made the challenge, and everyone looks at Howard Webb, and he points to the penalty spot. What a start!
Well, first of all, it was a great ball over the top. I talked about Berbatov coming off and linking up the play. On this occasion, he runs in behind Agger. Was it a penalty? I don't think it was when I first saw it. Tries to roll Agger. There's a little touch there. No, Berbatov makes the most of that. Agger, poor defender to stick his leg out. But I'm not sure there's too much of a touch here.
Ryan Giggs against Pepe Reina, who has something of a reputation as a saver of penalties. I think back to his heroics in this competition. Here goes Giggs, and fires it home, and fires Manchester United into an early lead here. And Kenny Dalglish has the toughest of starts to his second period as Liverpool's manager.
Well, he'll be pleased. It's a good penalty from Ryan Giggs in the corner. It's the right sort of height for a goalkeeper to save, but he just had enough pace, enough accuracy.
Carrick. And Ferdinand's got to go across, and it's just behind Torres, and it's a tame effort at the end as Manchester United were almost caught in celebratory fashion from this early goal, and could easily have been picked out. A better ball from Kaut was needed, though. Here's Raul Morales.
That's the first time he's mentioned. Morales hasn't really got involved in the game.
Aurelio comes off Nani, and another tentative touch from Torres, but Liverpool still have possibilities here, and Kuzak can only palm it out from Maxi Rodriguez. Agger. The only good thing really about conceding so early is there's lots of time for recovery. And it could be an equaliser here. Ferdinand steers it away with the back of his heel, really. And Liverpool are growing certainly in territorial supremacy and in confidence here.
And this is the player that's the reason for it, because he's the spare player at the moment. Manchester United only got two central midfield players.
It's Gerrard.
Here's the shot. Kuszak should just stand there, and this is going into his waist. Instead he goes to his knees and pushes it away. That's not a particularly good save, or a confident save from the keeper.
Morales. Now Kelly. Here's Kaut. Tentative Fletcher, but Kaut can't get the cross in. Fletcher doing his job very well, but towing it away. He's only teed up Gerrard, who can, even from that sort of angle and that sort of distance, can really trouble the opposition.
I didn't quite connected with it, but it was a good idea. Did it first time.
Challenged by Gerrard.
Yeah, this will be interesting.
On Carrick.
The ball was there to be won. The ball was there. Gerrard came from the wrong side, and I think at the most it's a booking. At times just moves his head slightly, Steven Gerrard. I think this was a genuine attempt to get the ball. The ball was there to be won. He's only 2 feet, isn't he?
So I'm not so sure from that angle. Well, you've seen the outcome. Howard Webb saw it, as maybe we did on the replay, with a more convincing angle on the punishment. And Steven Gerrard is sent off in the 32nd minute at Old Trafford. You might expect Rio Ferdinand or Dimitar Berbatov to Head Manchester United into a 2-0 lead before the break. Oh, and it's so nearly Johnny Evans doing just that. They got away with it, Liverpool. Or have they? Because there's going to be another ball back in from Nani. They have got away with it.
What a header from Johnny Evans. Really attacked this ball. It's on the edge of the box.
Unmarked.
Maxi Rodriguez didn't want to know that header, did he? Just hits the inside of the post.
That's Giggs. Now Nani. Defending narrow and tightly, but they still haven't cleared the danger of this attack. Fletcher's cross. Oh, and the chance for Hernandez to show his aerial ability.
And amongst all this, there was a great bit of control by Berbatov. Wonderful control to bring the ball down. Created a 2v1 situation. Fletcher, look at the holding from Skirtle. Skirtle actually pulled his head out the way in the end.
Hernandez, found by Berbatov, puts the ball back to the Bulgarian. Carrick. Here's Giggs. Evra on the overlap. Evra goes down. It's very hard to give two penalties. And Howard Webb would have to have been, I think, if it was possible, 150% short. Shook his head. Evra, Manchester United not chewing the fat with the referee about it. They're going on to try and get the second goal by other means with Hernandez. And that was Aurelio beyond Berbatov, and whether it was a controlled knockback to the goalkeeper, it just hit him quite short.
Naga get a touch on this because this is a great ball in. Hernandez. Now here's the lovely little run by Evra. No, I wouldn't give a penalty for that. Certainly wasn't. Kelly got back, shoulder to shoulder.
Giggs can cross. Reina challenged, and it wasn't going to be a free kick for the goalkeeper, that's for sure. Berbatov couldn't get it back at an unguarded goal.
Count's going to play on the right. They're just going to play with two centre midfield players.
And Torres to Babel, who goes at Manchester United. Shelvey just about kept it. He'll want the ball, he's a confident young man. Babel, and that's first real shot with any sting in the second half that's got through to Kuzak.
Suddenly a bit of pace, bit of penetration from Liverpool.
Haga, as you say, Stuart, is poised. Aurelio eyeing up the goal and very nearly finding it. I think Kuzak was aware of where it was going to come, but it was still an awkward save, and Kenny Dalglish knowing that, well, that could have been the first goal Liverpool have scored for him in his second term. Giggs. And it has fallen the way of Berbatov, who nearly flicked it beyond Reina. It's a corner.
I think Reina makes a good save here in the end. I think Giggs was meaning to play that pass. Berbatov not offside, he's level. When it comes to him, he just tries to flick it over Reina. It's a good save from Pepe Reina. He was alive, Aurelio wasn't.
Giggs to take the corner. 90 minutes at the three-quarter mark. Liverpool defending with purpose. Manchester United not really attacking the corner with that much gusto. And he's come all the way back to Giggs. That's a better ball. Reina's come out for it. Reina saves again. Berbatov. Reina again. Comes out to Giggs. Can he find a way through? Stopped by Shelvey, and then it's tipped over in the end by Pepe Reina.
Liverpool defending for their lives. It's a great second stop, and a third from Pepe Reina, and a fourth.
And make that 5 coming up from Patrice Evra.
One thing he'd be disappointed, he still didn't get anything out of Torres, did he? No. That's what he'd be hoping for. He thought he may come in and just give Torres something different to think about.
Well, Liverpool are out of the FA Cup. Kenny Dalglish has had his first match in charge. It started horribly, with Agger giving away a penalty softly, and Ryan Giggs scoring it powerfully for the only goal of the game. Not quite the game that perhaps we expected, and that was partly down to Steven Gerrard being sent off.